opens it up. The next time you drive, maybe that big doesn't help, and you're able to finish. So it's playing the game within the game.
White, a 20-point scorer during the regular season, finds Herder. Herder. Not a mile. Those two connecting once again. 22 assists now for Miami. Lead back up to 20.
Turnovers, so piling up. They hurt him in the first half, hurt him there again.
12 to only 5 for Miami. 12 for the Bulls. Giddy with 6 to shoot. Giddy sneaks inside. Beautiful shot.
Goes away from the floater. I thought he shot too much early.
Giddy tracks it down. These fans desperate for any kind of Chicago Bulls run. White steps back. 8 on the shot clock. Horton Tucker, shot clock at 3. Somebody's got to put it up. Horton Tucker does, and knocks it down.
Man, it's just,
a little broad stroke, but I do agree with you in principle and philosophy, certainly. You know, doing what you do best, I think, has kind of been taken out at times. Carter hits a 3. There have been some high expectations for a lot of Sixers teams over the years. And they haven't won a title, as Collins saves that, since 1983. Remember the Mo Cheeks.
oh, nice.
Nice drive by Terry.
Danielle Scott.
In her 4th season, Mitchell Irvin's crew chief. In his 10th season, and Trey Maddox in his 14th. First shot is off the mark there by George. We got 3 Maryland Terrapins on that other side of the floor, Drew. Herder's one of them. Here's Nicola trying to work on Sarr on the block, kicking it out to White. We'll be putting it on the deck. Mid-range shot is up tonight.
Yeah, 3 to be exact. And I love how Champagne has stepped up and is playing out of position at that power forward / small forward position, but he's excelling at a high level.
Vooch inside to Buzelis. Bounce pass to Herder, cutting it out the basketball. Got to remember, the last time, well, the first time we ever saw Tristan was in this building. And it started with his hustle. Then you started seeing his offensive game develop. 5 on the clock. Kobe drives, score. I mean, seeing this in real time is ridiculous, Drew. He's 3 for 3, got 7 points. Collins to Herder.
Yeah.
Fallaway is good. Game. 33 minutes. Eastern Conference Player of the Month in March.
And before the All-Star break, he was only averaging around 18 points, Chris.
So that means he got to it.
He got to it post-break.
Herder over to Patrick Williams, trying to body his way inside. A cut by Buzelis. Couple of head fakes. Gets it off the glass.
Shot clock's off. They can take the final shot here in the second quarter. Giddy. They double. Dalen Terry. He triple. 4 starters last night losing at Cleveland to rest up and be ready tonight. Oh, great block by Kyle Anderson. Vucevic recovers here. 6 on the shot clock. Out it comes to White. 2 to shoot. And he scores. The Heat bench has done its job, outscoring the Bulls bench 27 to 14 tonight. Halfway through the 4th quarter. Highsmith dogging White. Got over the screen twice. White gets to the basket.
This is a top 8 team in terms of defensive efficiency, but Cavs turn it over. Carter's able to flag it down.
I'd say let Patrick go to work. Let him be.
He's got the matchup with Strus. And he's kind of directing traffic. Well, Patrick was a point guard in his high school days, and without Kobe White, without Josh Giddey, somebody's going to have to take the reins.
That's it.
Terry put the moves on Mobley, forces it out to Smith, beating the buzzer with a three.
Oh, great.
There's Mobley against Collins. Collins trying to stay physical, forces a tough shot, rebound. And the break starts, down by 3.
Collins, textbook defense without fouling right there. Mobley trying to put him in jail. Didn't work.
Here is Horton Tucker. Wanted to step back against Wade. Here's Liddell. Powering inside on Dean Wade. Tough shot, and EOG. He's made 4 triples.
Collins did what he could do. You switch, try to stay tagged to Garland, but he doesn't need much space.
They can hurt you in so many ways. Why they won 62 games at this point of the year. Carter the fake. He knocks down a much-needed Quincy Jones, none other than the man we just lost in this past year, Quincy. But that is the show Sanford and Son. So if you heard him say, Elizabeth, I'm coming, that is a quote from Sanford and Son. He would imitate a heart attack when he was trying to get out of a sticky situation. Collins is able to score over Hayes. Says that three for Imani Bates goes down. Bates, the two-way player, second-round pick last season. So they've emptied out their bench. Javonte Green, the former Bull, is on the floor. So is Jack Travers. Carter, Terry, Liddell, Emmanuel Miller, and Jalen Smith for the Bulls. Here is Terry through the teeth of the Cavalier defense.
I'll start with Kobe White. And the Hornets force him to give it up. That's good offense. Musa rips it away. He's got KJ. And KJ just can't handle basketball. First man down on the floor. Kobe White saves it. Chicago's got it.
In the middle of that play in, they've won 2 in a row. They're actually tied with the Clippers for 7th and 8th. Clippers have a tiebreaker. A very important game for the Grizz. They've won.
That was from 3. They were 5 and 5 at that point.
Giddy trying to accelerate into Walter. Had to fling it back out to Vucevic to save the possession. Here's Herter off the Vucevic screen. Vucevic rolls and kicks. Giddy extra pass. White of 3. This weekend in San Antonio.
They got a chance to win it all.
Playing Duke in their semifinal. Horton Tucker found Buzelis with a tough pass. The fake. The 3. Solid player. Started a handful of games this year too. Solid defender. He was one of the best defenders in college, and he started to pick up his offense lately too. There's that mismatch with the small lineup out there. Vucevic is upset that he didn't get it against Bobo.
But he's got to keep trying to make himself available. He's just kind of standing.
Oh, Giddy hits a 3. Got a really funny image in my head right now.
Yeah, that's deep.
Tucker deep. There's a rebound for Vucevic, his 9th. Can we put headsets on the dogs and put the labels Adam and Stacy? Buzelis, nice maneuvering. Switch to the left.
Well, his growth and development has shown up with everything that these defenses have thrown at SGA, and he's a student of the game. He wants to make the right play, Michael, and that's what he does, because he says, look, oftentimes I'm just reading the defense.
He's one of those guys too. The second time he's had his, that shot stripped or blocked like that while trying to go to the bucket. And it's caused some turnovers too for the Bulls.
Smith got down low, and once he caught it.
Chicago makes some kind of mistake. They're poised to end up with the lead after 1. And it's White, takes an early shot and got it! And this is an acceleration up the floor by Dalen Terry for a quick catch and shoot. Herter no good. Christie keeps it alive, but Terry secures possession. Giddy. Cross court to Herter. Swings it in the corner. Spin cycled by Dalen Terry leads to a finish. And is Dinwiddie. Dish to Davis. AD short on a 3. 2:10 left in the game. The Mavericks went up by 12. Buzelis hit a 3. And then Dallas had an empty possession. The dribble handoff is coming, but Dallas reads it and stops it. Now Kevin Huerter. Huerter on the dribble.
Good defensive possession.
Yes, it is. Dalen Terry finds Vucevic. They collapse on Vucevic. Open three. Huerter! That is
the best way to do that with this type of lineup, the youth, the energy that you've talked about, is to push the pace, and they've done that.
Yeah, you can manufacture easier buckets. It doesn't have to be a grind.
Williams shovels. Collins, the footwork in traffic, scoops it up and in.
There you go, Zach.
Uzelis drives Doncic over Hayes. He got the piece. Vucevic saved it off the deflection. White to Giddey, who wanted it all possession.
Bang, bang, bang.
6 of 18 in this quarter. Uzelis in and out. Collins a strong rebound offensively.
I'm always for the big guys. You work that hard for that offense rebound. You got to go back up with it.
White, Huerter, Kevin with a nice move up in the air.
Passes, got a layup.
9 assists for James now. Right around his average. He's averaging about 8.5 a game.
So he's playing the center position now.
And that small lineup.
The Lakers defense just looks faster tonight.
Way faster. White a 3. There's a Kobe White triple.
Take the lead. Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddey for the win.
Oh my God! Again! And block that shot in the corner.
Peyton Watson playing like a man possessed on both ends. 58-49. The Nuggets have opened it up here. Pass into the corner. Picking Huerter inside. He's learned his lesson. Huh.
And he's playing good defense.
Ten on the shot clock. Kobe White. White up and under.
Official, that's Phillips, who got fouled. He has played in all but 2 games this year for Billy Donovan. Chicago Bulls. Terry trying to force his way in. Challenges 2.
A minute and a half to go in the first half.
Well, the Bulls are 20 for 26 inside the arc. 77%. Can't buy one from downtown. And Giddey's going to move inside the line and score again. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Bulls have been in charge for a long stretch of this basketball game if you just joined us. Collins holds on to it, terminates the dribble, gives it off for Huerter. Huerter looks to spin in the lane, does, and scores.
Perfect 2-2 for the Bulls as well, so this might be a shootout.
There's Trey Jones. Zealous. Back out to Vucevic. Shot clock now down at 8. Huerter working on Malik. You know, these two played a lot of one-on-one back in the day. Buzelis, shot clock winding down. Oh, man. Buzelis.
All in good fun.
Young Dalen Terry as well, and said, get ready for this work out here. But right now, the Bulls tied up with Sacramento at 8. They're going to foul. Are they going to count that?
Here, they're starting to attack more and more. The Bulls allow the most points in the paint out of any team in this league. And finally, the Kings are starting to take advantage of that, being aggressive and getting in the paint. They got 40 points in the paint right now.
Well, and what I love, Morgan, is when your 3 is falling, then keep shooting it. But in there in Sacramento. But that one felt personal.
Meanwhile, DeMar answers right back. Unable to cash in. No, you're right about that one. Kevin Huerter. A big-time 3 ball.
Makes it a 9-point game. 2:12 to go.
Under 10 on the shot clock. Jones back out to Huerter. Huerter looking for back-to-back jacks. And he turns to the...
Katie just 14 points. He was a spectator like many of the starters in that second quarter run on Monday against Toronto. But it was a nice thing to see. Just 26 minutes on the night for Durant. Shot clock down to 3 here. Jones got to do something. I'm not sure he recognizes. Just does. Boy, great defense that time by Oso.
They have not heard his game. His son basically forced him into being individual.
Giddey, head down, tied up by O'Neal. Couldn't quite strip it away. Jones in the driving kick. Giddey for three.
95-90 lead now for Chicago. Kobe White inside. Collins had to give it back out front, nearly throws it away. Shot clock at 5. White runs into Sensabaugh. Pulls the string, scores. That's a tough shot here with 8 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. Herter. Thought for a moment he'd take that shot. I think Billy Donovan wants that clock to run. Now they drive inside. Lay it in.
The Bulls have been spreading the wealth.
That's Jalen Green stood his ground. What a terrific